heard you, you don't have to go back and recite them, but I heard you list several lawsuits that the state has been involved in that have brought revenue to the state. And I guess I've got a question. I think that as far as what's out there right now that is being debated at the federal level, there's probably nothing that's going to cost this state more than the Patient Affordable Care Act. And several states have joined in a lawsuit against the federal government, but Tennessee has not. And if there's one piece of federal legislation or federal or issue being discussed at the federal level that's going to cost Tennessee more than anything, it's this one. It's this act. Hundreds of millions of dollars it's going to cost the taxpayers of this state. Why has the state of Tennessee not joined with the 20 some odd states in fighting this federal intrusion into what should be a state decision?
As you noted, there are a large number of lawsuits out there in a variety of jurisdictions. The case is now before the U.S. Supreme Court. I checked last week. There have been over 140 briefs filed with the U.S. Supreme Court on this case as of last week. So, as you can tell, the issue has been fully, overly briefed in the U.S. Supreme Court. I doubt that there is anything new that can or could be said about this lawsuit. Looking at that and looking at the fact that, however the Supreme Court decides this case will be binding on Tennessee just as it will be binding on everyone else, it did not seem to be a wise use of scarce state resources when we have all these other cases that we're working on to invest money in that when whatever happens, we will be equally bound by that, whichever way the Supreme Court goes.
So it came down to a monetary decision then?
Yes, it just did not seem to be a good use of our limited state resources.
Thank you.
Don't you think there's strength in numbers when you have an issue like that, though?
At this point, with 140 briefs, I don't think another brief would make much difference to the U.S. Supreme Court.
Senator Canfield?